When to officially begin the weekend around these parts. Sunday morning, 8 to 10, every Sunday, 8 to 10, live on MMS. It is The Week in Cox. We take the week, and I condense the best stuff into 2 hours, and then you hear it. It's also available in podcast form as well, if you're not up early on a Sunday.
Also, the Bill Squire Show is available only in podcast form and video podcast form. This week we had Jessica Michelle Singleton on, who is at Hilarities this weekend, and she's very, very funny. She's got a great album out called, and it's a great album name, Horny for Death. It's a good name for an album.
It's not good news for...
Good news for farts. That's tomorrow. That's going to be mine.
Good news for farts. Yeah. If you listen to the show on the iHeartRadio app because you're far away from us, let me know where you do that. Deborah is a bureau chief in Venice, Florida. Gloria listens in Rocky Hill, Connecticut. Chris is in Newcastle, PA. Bob listens in Green Valley, Arizona. Steve's in Sacramento. Brandon is in Paducah, Kentucky. And Luke is our bureau chief in Intercourse, Pennsylvania. So thanks, one and all. I was reading this morning, or late last night, that Pete Davidson and Kim Kardashian are now officially dating. I don't know what that means. If it's Instagram official, or if one of their people on their team confirmed it.
Well, because the rumors were around, but they were just saying we're just friends. So now it's moved from the just friends situation to officially dating, officially a couple. MySpace official.
Some people pointed out that he wore Yeezys on one of their dates, and I don't have a problem with that. Why would anybody have a problem with that?
Which ones? Like Nike Yeezys?
I don't know. How many kinds are there?
Well, he did, I think, 1 or 2 pairs with Nike, and then he went to Adidas and did.
Oh, really? He's double dipping?
Well, he started off with Nike, and then they didn't re-sign his contract, or Adidas offered him way more money.
Oh, I see. These are not concurrently or simultaneously.
Yeah.
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
Congratulations to Pete and Kim.
I like the Nike Yeezys, but I don't like the
I don't know
Adidas
any
ones.
of them.
Don't do it for me.
Really? No. But they're still his design, right? So who's it matter who's making them?
The ones... the Nike ones look more
those ugly
like
white
a
ones?
Traditional sneaker.
Oh.
But the ones that he's doing for, I don't know, for Adidas, they never appeal to me the way that they look. The silhouette's not my style.
Well, anyway,
they look like elf shoes.
Pete Davidson continues to have it made, and God bless him.
Yeah, he's this is one of those things that makes me think that reincarnation might be a thing, and that in a past life he was a really good person, and they have rewarded him in this life. Now, has there been some tough times in his life with his dad passing away when he was young? Of course. But that set him on a trajectory to become a comedian and then rack up one of the all-time lists of hot chicks that you can date.
You're saying this is good karma all coming back to him at once. Well, listen, I think that I don't think you can ever be too cynical about showbiz, and Pete Davidson is who you date now when you need a different kind of heat. You know, when did you first learn about Pete Davidson?
When he got on SNL.
Got on SNL.
Yeah, I found out about him.
And then people were like, who's Pete Davidson? And they go, he's the youngest person ever added to the SNL cast. And he was the first person born in the 21st century or whatever. And he lost his dad in 9/11. He was dating Larry David's daughter.
He was born in the 21st century. He's
27.
27.
27, yeah. After 2000 or whatever. I don't.
Well, he's not born after 2000. He's 27. I know you're not the best at math, but it is 2021.
Bill, I am the worst at math, all right? It's not that I'm not the best. I am the worst. I wasn't at my daughter's class today to count. I was there to read.
You're really not knowing it all right now.
No, I'm not.
Seems pretty lowbrow.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed.
Those people on Facebook said I'm a know-it-all. Checkmate, suckers. But he was dating Cassie David for 3 years. So Larry David knew Pete Davidson before any of us did, right? He was a regular guy. Looking weird, Then, so she gets first generation Pete. She gets OG Pete Davidson.
Before he's famous Pete.
Then, Ariana Grande blows him up.
Because he wasn't even anything really before the Ariana Grande thing.
Right. He wasn't even anything on SNL.
On SNL, he would do a desk piece from time to time, and if they needed somebody to stand there, or, he wasn't carrying any sketches.
Right. Listen, I like Pete Davidson a lot. I think he's funny. His stand-up isn't even that strong. So he's kind of getting by a lot on style and whatever. So Ariana Grande blows him up, and he's coming out of that. Then he's a press getter. So who's he with? Kate Beckinsale, who's got, God bless Kate Beckinsale, but, she's 50, maybe, pushing 50.
She's so hot, though.
She's totally hot, but she's like, got a movie coming out. She's dating people, or at least pictures courtside. Kaya Gerber, Cindy Crawford and Randy Gerber's daughter. He's doing a movie with Kaylee Cuoco.
What if she got murdered by a girder?
That would be a Gerber murder dirter. He's supposedly making out with Kaylee Cuoco, but they're like, no, it's a still shot from the movie they're shooting, whatever. So, and Pete Davidson, why would he care about any of this? He's like, this is great. I'm hanging out. I'm having fun. So I think he's just like he's a heat getter for people who need to be. Because Kim Kardashian, you could make the argument that she already gets plenty of attention, but she needs a different kind of heat right now.
And she's moving.
And
I like this because this moves. So, like, the Kardashians were dating football players and basketball players. And then she goes to a rapper. Now comedians are the ones they're after.
Well,
so if you need a little heat in Cleveland, guess who is the single comedian right now? Mike Polk Jr.'s got a girlfriend. Alan Cox is married.
Right.
Mary
Bill Squire
Santora's got a girlfriend or boyfriend.
She got a girlfriend.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't pay that
right.
much attention to what she says.
Bill Squire.
Yeah. So if you need some heat, ladies, come and get it.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Make yourself a mental note if you don't have pen and paper right now.
Would you like to sniff my testicles?
So, yeah, now listen, this will be over in a month or whatever. Just enough time to distract from Kylie Jenner and Travis Scott, right? Kris Jenner's working overtime to get everybody paying attention to Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson. So it'll be done in a couple of weeks, and Pete will start going out with somebody else who needs a different kind of heat. And he's like, this is great. And then he will eventually marry somebody. But he's not even 30 yet. He's like 25 or something, right?
27.
27. I guess you already said that. He's 27 years old.
And that makes him not
That's
born
less than 30?
That's less than 30.
That's less than 30.
And it means he was not born in the 21st century.
He wasn't born in the 21st century, and that makes him less than 30.
Yes.
Okay. Let me double check that here so I can...
He was in the dirt. That's cool.
Yeah, he played Tom Zatat, right?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Very good.
Put this in my math computer here. And then I thought that was weird casting because he looks nothing like Tom Zatat, by the way.
I think
not even back in the day he didn't look like him.
I think that was just MGK saying, hey, put my buddy in
Stunt
this movie.
casting, right? Yeah.
It's Tommy and his boys. And that's okay.
Yeah.
I thought he was terrible on SNL. Unless he had like Colin Jost and Michael Che bailing him out.
Well, for a while, when the Ariana Grande thing hit, you could tell overnight they were putting him in every sketch they could possibly put him in, but it wasn't like that's what he necessarily wanted to do. I think he wanted to do desk pieces.
Yeah, I think he's good at doing desk pieces on Weekend Update, and
because he writes those.
Yeah, and then every once in a while, like I think his Cuomo's okay. Who else has he been playing lately?
He was Count Chocula in that Chappelle bit.
Yeah, and in certain bits where it's just you need someone that looks goofy, he nails that.
Yeah,
like just looking weird. That's what he's very good at.
He seems to get more into sketches though lately. Seems to like maybe want to do them more or have more fun doing them.
Well, I think it's just a more comfortable thing for him because he was always a stand-up. So when you're trying to cross over into that sketch thing, there's some skills that you have to learn.
It's a different muscle.
And a lot of those other people are sketch first. And so, you got like a Cecily Strong who is incredible and you're going to look terrible next to a performer like her because she can just embody her character so well. And then it's live, too, so that's scary.
Oh, ridiculous. Another likely story. Look at those big chocolatey lips behind them fangs. Big old fat lips. Seriously, America. Look at Pete Davidson's lips.
Yeah, so I like Pete Davidson, man. I mean, I've never had him on the show or never met him or anything, but I just like the cut of his jib. And so when all these think pieces, I'm like, what do these girls see in Pete Davidson? He seems like a nice guy.
Well, that's the thing.
What happened to being a nice guy?
He is a funny dude. He seems to really care about these girls. Like, he doesn't seem to be, like, they always break up with him.
Yeah.
I don't think it's, like, he's not jumping from girl to girl. Girls come into his life, they break his heart, and then they move on.
He's a wounded duck, so the next girl can come along, scoop him up, and figure him out.
I'm a wounded duck too, ladies, and if you need some heat.
He's driving hard in the hoop.
I would have been even more wounded if I had gotten hit by that sign today.
Yeah.
Now, that'd be an easy street from here on out. Bill Squire's Cleveland Guardians. Whew.
It'd be easy street when your new girlfriend was taking you to physical therapy. That'd be great.
With my pudding brain.
Helping you rehab.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Drinking through a straw, eating through a straw.
Don't leave me, honey.
Got one of those neck things. Yeah.
Hi, Wayne. Hi. Don't leave me, honey.
A gun rack?
Huh?
A gun rack? I didn't even own a gun.
A gun. Oh. Yeah, my girlfriend's going to come over and we're going to have dinner. Mine's already in a glass. Be a lot of fun. What is it tonight? Oh, beef with broccoli. Yummy. Alan Cox Show After Hours line. You can always leave us a message there if you like. It is 216-986-8903.
Hey, Alan, it's Matt. I don't know if it's come up yet because I'm listening to yesterday's podcast, but I'm sure Bill and for certain Corey would remember mid-'80s. I remember coming home from school with Ghostbusters, and there were two different Ghostbusters cartoons. And it's like a really weird story about why there were two. Like, actually, the original Ghostbusters involved, like, a plumber with a monkey that went around hunting ghosts. And then there was the Ghostbusters movie that licensed the name from the monkey and the plumber. It's a weird, convoluted story about the plumber monkey people felt like they were lied to, so they released their own cartoon to compete with the Ghostbusters cartoon. But
it was some like studio red tape.
Yeah, what is he talking about?
So there was two Ghostbusters cartoons. One was called the Real Ghostbusters, I believe, and then there was just the
Filmation's
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah. And so it was confusing because as a kid, I'm like, it's all Ghostbusters to me. And I was real young when that was out. So I remember seeing the action figures and seeing the show. I don't ever think I don't have a vivid memory of that, but I remember watching it.
I remember being really confused.
Yeah, and I remember being very confused because your favorite character wouldn't be in episodes. And there's almost similar things like when on Saved by the Bell, when certain characters didn't re-sign their contracts in time.
Oh, the Tory paradox!
Yes! Where they didn't have, who was it, Jesse for like...
Jesse and Kelly. Yeah.
Jesse and Kelly for like half a season, and they just put these other characters in, never mention it, and then eventually they come back. And then
Tory's never
heard from again. Yeah.
Wow. A deep dive.
That was going to be my life's mission for a while, was to unpack that and make sense of it. And I discovered marijuana.
You still got time.
Nah.
Honestly, I think marijuana would help with that.
It might, but it's purely medicinal.
Have you ever seen Zach Morris as a piece of garbage?
I have, but it hurts my soul.
Really?
So I've seen like two. I agree with all of it, but yeah.
But they are, he is a piece of crap.
It's like finding out your favorite uncle is like the worst person that ever lived, and you're like, but I don't know. He gave me a baseball bat when I was 6.
It's the reason he's my favorite uncle.
You let us watch HBO.
You were mentioning Ghostbusters 2 yesterday?
Yes.
Ghostbusters 2 had the record for the biggest opening weekend of all time It came out in 1989.
I saw it in theaters.
It held the record for the biggest opening weekend of all time, and a week later, it was beaten by Batman.
Batman, yep.
And I know when Batman came out because it came out on my birthday,
Yeah,
June 23rd, 1989.
I think I saw those like back to
So
back.
right.
So Ghostbusters 2, yeah, it came out on my 18th birthday. Ghostbusters 2 came out on, I'm going to do the math here,
Oh, boy.
23 minus 7.
It was June 16th, 1989.
You son of a bitch!
And I want to do this because I want to drop some knowledge that I've held on to forever.
You
Do you
son
know
of
what
a
topped
bitch.
the charts that week
You
was?
stole
If
his-
I wanted
You
to do my maths on...
I
You
suck.
stole his math thunder.
I just want to
Corey.
drop
20
Simply Red into conversation.
You know what? Don't come back on Monday.
That's it. Poundcake's back in there on Monday. Go ahead. What?
Simply Red was at number 1 that week. Thank you.
The gum?
Yeah, Simply Red.
Simply Red. You mean Money's Too Tight to Mention?
Well, it was their cover of If You Don't Know Me by Now.
Oh, you
but
will never,
I
ever
just
know
got so
me.
excited, though. I put myself as a kid where I was on your 18th birthday, where you were doing probably something completely different than what I was doing.
I was going to see Batman.
I was babysitting.
When I saw Batman, my cousin and my brother got kicked out of the theater because they stuck a BB gun in there and were shooting popcorn.
Jesus.
I know. And they were shooting
A couple of hooligans.
Yeah, they were shooting popcorn seeds out of it.
Simply Red, man, they were so underrated. They had a couple of big hits, but they were just generically underrated. Money's Too Tight to Mention. Great song. Simply Red, not the gum. What is the gum?
Big
Oh, my God. Yeah. Mick Hucknall is the guy, right? The redhead dude from Simply Red. Imagine you're somebody else in that band, and people... This isn't Maroon 5, where you've seen the other guys in the band, but Adam Levine is the front guy. Simply Red is this guy, but imagine you're the bass player for Simply Red. No one believes you. They think this guy's name is Simply Red.
I've never
Hey,
even...
Simply!
I've never even heard of this band.
You never heard of Simply Red?
Never.
If you don't know me by now, you know...
I know that song. I never knew who sang it.
Oh, yeah. And Holding Back the Years was the big hit, I think.
Holding back the years.
Now that's Steely Dan. Holding back the years. Yeah, great song. This band was called Steely Red. They did, it was very entertaining. Do you want to do the Bill Squire Friday Get Down?
I've wanted
Do you
to
want to
do it
start
for
the
about
weekend?
4 hours.
Yeah, all right.
Everybody, have a drink on me. Everybody have a drink on me. Hey, hey, everybody drink on me. Brother Leslie, how?
I guess Friday is just killing time until the Bill Squire Friday Get Down, when you get right down to it. It's brought to you by Cleveland Whiskey. It's in honor of the late, great Murray Saul here at WMMS, and it's how we know the weekend is underway. Take it away, William.
It's Friday! And you got to get down on Friday! Get yourself some Cleveland whiskey, toasted to Corey Rotic. We love having him in here this week. He can't drink it, but you can while you listen to some Motley Crue. Kickstart your heart kicker, it's Friday!
Heart kicker. There you go, man. He's going to keel over.
I was not prepared for that with my headphones
Blew
on.
an O-ring. Yeah. The Bill Squire Friday Get Down brought to you by Cleveland Whiskey. Go to clevelandwhiskey.com. Figure out everything that they're doing there. They've got delicious holiday recipes like the magic and mint shooters and bourbon pairings, all kinds of stuff, man. So clevelandwhiskey.com to find out where you can purchase it in and around your municipality.
Stay up